Hello to all my beautiful viewers out there. Today we're going to be talking about the recent news that has surfaced that Kanye West wants to move the production of Yeezys from China to America. Yes guys, so Kanye West has gone on record saying he wants to move the production of Yeezys from China to America. What does that mean for us as consumers of Yeezys? Well, what that means is we're now going to get an increase in price on Yeezys, the retail price. Now, why is that the case? Well, if he's going to produce them in America, he's going to have to pay higher wages to the employees, to buy higher quality materials, because I assume this, once you produce in a country that is like America, you have to produce in a higher quality for essentially for it to be more acceptable in a way. If you get what I mean. If you produce in America, your shoe better be of higher quality than what you're producing in China. If not, everyone's going to complain and say, go back to producing in China. So he's going to have to ramp it up to like 200% if he wants to please everyone on this change of producing in America instead of China. Now, that means both on the resale market and the retail market, Yeezys are going to go up. Honestly, I don't mind too much if the quality of the Yeezy is a lot better once it's produced in America versus what it was when it was made in China. As long as that happens, I'm totally fine with that. And honestly, I like the idea of him shifting it from China to America, because when I'm paying this much amount of money already for these sneakers, I kind of want it to be produced in a country where it doesn't feel like it's mass produced, you know? Like, I understand that moving it to America still means it's going to be produced by machines. It isn't going to be, you know, made by someone by hand, but it's going to have more craftsmanship and more work put into it when it's being made in America than it was when it was made in China, which I'm all for. I'm all for Yeezys being produced to a higher standard in America than I am of them being constantly mass produced in China, you know, and that's a smarter way to handle it. It also means that because they're produced in America, it's going to be harder to fake them in China, because fakes are usually made with the same machines in the modern day world. The fakes are usually made with the same machines, the same cuts of materials that they use in real factories in China. Now, if Kanye shifts it all from China to America, it's going to be very hard for Chinese fakers to get in contact to get the same materials, to get the same machines that were used to produce these new Yeezys in America, in China. So, it's a plus. I would say that it's tackling fakes in a way, even if Kanye didn't mean to do that consciously. It is tackling fakes in a way, because now Yeezys produced in America are going to be of a higher quality using, I assume, different machines. It's hard to make this call, but I think that it will tackle fakes moving forward. I think it'll make it a lot easier to spot them because they won't be of the same standard. I think it's a plus. Overall, to sum it all up, I personally think Kanye moving the production of Yeezys from China to America is a good thing, even if the cost goes up. Now, I'm saying the cost will go up because, you know, they're going to have to pay American workers, buy better materials, buy more machinery. Overall, there's going to be like a higher cost. Now, Adidas could keep the cost the same as what it costs to produce a Yeezy in China when they shift it over to America, but that means Adidas and Yeezy and Kanye would get less profit because they're keeping the price the same without, you know, accompanying for those additional costs that'll now occur now that he's shifted the production over to the United States. So I don't reckon it's going to happen. I don't reckon Yeezys are going to stay the same price. I reckon Yeezys are going to bump up in price because, you know, obviously Adidas, Kanye, Yeezy, the brand itself, will want to maintain the profit margins it's getting, if not increase them. So they will most likely increase the price of Yeezys to accompany for that. So I can see them increasing the prices of Yeezys, but as I said, I'm okay with that to an extent because now it means I'm getting a better quality shoe. I would much rather pay a couple, like, I assume the price increase is going to be like maximum another $50. Like, I'd be very shocked if Kanye increased the price of all the Yeezys across the board by an extra 100. that would be an interesting move, but I doubt that's going to happen. Again, it's hard to make that call without us actually having any of the pairs released yet, in a way. So I reckon it's not going to be a huge price increase, but we're just going to have to prepare ourselves because we don't actually know. But overall, as I said, to sum it all up, Kanye moving the production of Yeezys from China to America, in my opinion, is a plus because we're getting better quality shoes. It's going to be harder to fake those shoes, so you'll definitely be able to have more reassurance when buying them from places that don't authenticate them, like eBay and stuff. And overall, it's going to be more ethical because you're buying a shoe that's paying for the wages of an employee at a livable wage, not necessarily almost a slave wage when you buy a pair of Yeezys that are made in China, because that's basically what you're paying when you're buying a pair of Yeezys. You're giving Adidas profit, you're paying the Chinese workers basically no money. So overall, it's an ethically better move to shift it from China to America. And come on, who hates it when they buy a pair of sneakers on the resale market and they get slapped with the Made in China sticker that's on the inside of the sneakers on the tag? It's kind of depressing. So honestly, I think it's a good move that they're shifting from China to America, because now when you buy a pair of Yeezys, it's going to say Made in America inside the shoe. How special will that be? I personally think it's a really good idea. As I said though, overall I think this is a really good move by Kanye, and it's going to be a really interesting move for the competitors. What's Nike going to do? What's all the other sneaker brands like Reebok, Saucony, I don't know how it's pronounced, don't butcher me for that, I honestly don't know. How are all those brands going to compete with this move, with Kanye moving the production from China to America? Because now there's going to be a lot more appeal now that Kanye's done that in buying shoes made in America. And there's going to be less of appeal buying sneakers that say that they're made in China. So it's an interesting shift. 2020 is going to be an interesting year, and it kind of seems like Adidas / Yeezy is doing the right move at the end of 2019 by announcing that they're going to shift the production of their Yeezys from China to America. It's a very ballsy move, but honestly, I think it's going to pay off for Adidas and Kanye. But that's all we've really got with the details so far. He's stated that it's going to be produced in some places like Wyoming and some places in Southern and Northern America. The location in America doesn't matter too much because I think it's just going to be plastered as made in America. So I don't think they're going to say like made in Wyoming. So I don't think it matters too much as long as it's made in the overall, nation of America. I think it's okay. But I want to know all your thoughts and opinions, guys. What do you think of Kanye shifting the production of Yeezys from China to America? Are you going to be willing to pay that extra couple dollars to buy a pair of Yeezys that are now made in America instead of China? What's your thoughts and opinions? Let me know everything you've got to say, though, in that comment section below. And that's all we've really got to say about Kanye moving the production of Yeezys from China to America. Overall, I think it's going to be a good thing. I think it's going to be an awesome thing for the brands. I think it's going to be awesome for the consumers. The downside is, of course, as I mentioned, it's probably going to increase the price a little bit. But at the end of the day, I honestly think it's still going to be a good move that Kanye is doing this. So I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on the shift of production from Yeezys from China to America. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know all your thoughts and opinions in that comment section below. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials in the description section below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in that comment section below, guys. And until the next video, guys, I'll catch you later.